Globalize the rupee. That's the message from the government. But what does it mean? A global currency is basically a reserve currency. It is used in global trade. It's held by most central banks and it's easily convertible. You can buy and sell this currency easily. And how many such currencies are there? Not many. The US dollar is the biggest one. It makes up 60% of all foreign exchange reserves, plus 40 to 50% of global trade. Other examples are the euro and the pound sterling. But nowadays, a lot of countries are de-dollarizing. They're moving away from the US dollar. China wants to globalize its yuan, BRICS is talking about its own currency, and now India wants to globalize the rupee.
हमारा रुपया पूरी दुनिया में ज्यादा एक्सेसिबल भी हो, एक्सेप्टेबल भी हो.
Our foreign exchange reserve as of October 2024 accounted to $688 billion thanks to our RBI reforms. The future of Indian rupees holds strong promise fueled by strategic policies. JP Morgan Chase and Co had announced the inclusion of Indian government bonds in the JP Morgan GBIEM Global Index. This is expected to bring $25 to $30 billion in foreign inflows, bolstering the rupee's demand and stability. By 2025, we are expected to include in indexes like Bloomberg's EM Local Currency Government Index and FTSE Russell's EMGBI and Regional Asian Government Bond Indices. This aligns with India's vision to establish the rupee as a global trade currency. Today, $1 is almost 85 rupees and is steadily increasing for years. But did you know that in 1947, $1 was worth only 4 rupees 19 paise? Does a weaker rupee actually mean that India is falling behind? What does the success of UPI, RuPay and Indian rupee as a trading currency with other countries actually mean? Every time the rupee's value go up and down, there's a story behind it. A story of smart policies, global chain and the growing role of India in the world. In this video, we will explore the reality of Indian rupee, its history and future. Hello friends, I am Rohini. Welcome to the knowledge series of Fincash.com. Ancient India, an economic powerhouse, was flourishing with trade routes. The term rupee originates from Sanskrit word called rupaya, which means silver coin. In 16th century, the rupee was minted weighing 178 grains of silver. In 17th century, the Mughal rulers issued coins honoring Hindu deities. The coin depicted Lord Ram and Sita in both silver and gold coins. The silver coin remained in use during the Mughal period, Maratha era as well as in British India. In 1947, 1 rupee before the independence was roughly equal to 1 pound sterling. Post-independence in 1947, the rupee was worth 13.33 to British pound and remained tied to the British pound till 1973. But the new Indian government had to deal with a battered economy and rising debt, which started to devalue the Indian rupees. By 1980s, $1 was worth 8 rupees 5 paise. But the actual major change started in 1990s, where Indian rupees was devalued not only to balance financial losses but to sustain the economy of our country. India's biggest economic crisis came in 1991. Collapse of USSR, one of the major trading partner of India, disrupted its trade agreements, resulting in critical payment crisis with foreign reserves dropping to a level that could barely cover 3 weeks of import. To secure a bailout package from International Monetary Fund, the government led by the Prime Minister Narasimha Rao and Financial Minister Manmohan Singh had to introduce multiple economic forms such as the rupee devalued to 25 rupees 92 paise against $1, which made Indian goods cheaper in international market. This enhanced export growth. Imports restrictions was removed for more foreign investments. Autonomy to the Reserve Bank of India, which is the Central Bank of India, to monitor and maintain foreign policies for better future. SEBI, that is Securities and Exchange Board of India, to regulate the stock market and increase investor confidence for motivating foreign investments. They also reduced government stakes in public sectors companies to raise fund and improve efficiency. These economic reforms led the future economic growth. The 2000s were the time where IT hub flourished. Companies like Infosys and Wipro put India on a global map. Fast forward to 2023 when UPI started shining. India's own digital payment have recorded 74 billion transactions worth over rupees 126 lakh crore. UPI have gone global with nations such as Singapore, Nepal and other parts of Middle East accepting our digital payment.
The bilateral trade is projected to increase from $60 billion annually to $100 billion in 5 years. 90% of the Indian exports that will see zero duty includes textiles, gems, jewelry, plastic, automobiles, leather, footwear, engineering and agricultural products. The trade agreement is also expected to add at least 0.7% to India's GDP and around 1.7% to UAE's economy.
India has signed bilateral trade agreements with countries like Russia, Africa, the United Emirates and certain Southeast nations for essential commodities like oil, natural gas, infrastructure projects, defense deal and technology collaboration and other exports in rupees instead of dollars. This is enhancing international trade value. India is also negotiating energy deals in rupees with oil-rich nations like Iran and is in discussion with Gulf Cooperation Council countries which could elevate the rupee status more in the global oil trade.
Singapore, UAE have all come forward now to make RuPay acceptable in their countries. The UPI, the BMAP and everything else, NCPI, are all now being worked in such a way that their systems in their respective country, however robust or otherwise, can talk to our system.
UnionPay, also known as China UnionPay, CUP or UPI, is world's biggest card network which has issued 7 billion cards. India was 100% captured by Visa, MasterCard, American Express until RuPay was introduced. Government initiative to promote Atmanirbhar or self-reliant India by introducing RuPay has literally paid off. RuPay accounts for 60% transaction in India, surpassing Visa and MasterCard in terms of volume. RuPay was linked to schemes like Jan Dhan Yojana, ensuring access to banking services for millions of rural and underbanked citizens. Under this initiative, over 480 million RuPay cards were making financial inclusion as a reality for Indian masses. Agreements with countries like Singapore, UAE and Bhutan ensure RuPay's usability for Indians traveling abroad.
CBDC is going to be the future currency of the world. And it is necessary that every central bank, every country works on CBDCs.
रुपी वाउचर डिजिटल ट्रांजैक्शन को और प्रभावी बनाने में बहुत बड़ी भूमिका निभाने वाला है.
The digital rupee introduction is a big step for India's digital transformation. India's introduction of digital currency or e-rupee, central bank digital currency, is an important step towards modernizing the nation's financial ecosystem. This initiative enhances the stability and future prospects of Indian rupee, positioning it as a modern, digital-friendly currency for the future. Digital currency, especially the e-rupee, is likely to reduce India's dependency on US international trade. India's robust GDP growth is outperforming many global peers, positioning the rupee for long-term growth. Analysts project a stable exchange rate within the range of rupees 80 to 82 per US dollars, with potential appreciation backed by favorable policies and reduced global interest rate. But as a citizen, you have an important role to play. Here is where your role starts. Support Indian economy by investing mutual stocks, bonds, or supporting local market. This will enhance India's economic growth. Embrace technologies like UPI, RuPay, which are transforming India's financial landscape. It is your money, invest smartly.